What's up?
What's
What's
up,
up?
everybody? Yo, yo, yo. I am here with my BFF Jackie,
Oh,
and we decided we wanted to hang out, go live, and we're going to jam and help you create your first or next irresistible offer. Now, this is going to be so much fun because in this training, you're going to discover how Jackie and I make offers. Jackie, tell people a little bit about what kind of offers you maybe the space, the niche, the kind of stuff
mm,
you made offers in before. Yeah.
totally. What's up, everybody? Yes, Eileen texted me earlier today. She's like, "Do you want to go live tonight?" I'm like, "Let's do it. Let's talk about our favorite stuff." So, offers. Oh my goodness, the nearest and dearest to my heart. This is how we change lives, guys. This is how we make money. This is how we get clients results. This is how we maintain our businesses. This is how everybody goes home happy. Like everybody, you go home happy. The client goes home happy. So I work in the femininity space. I help transform women's intimate lives, their relationship with their body, with beauty, with men, with God, all that fun stuff. But I have a soft spot for the business version of offers as well, because I know the difference they make and I know how it will absolutely slaughter a business and even, frankly, your personal life and your stress levels if you don't have a good one. So I'm so pumped we're talking about this today.
Oh, let's go. So we're going to talk about how to make what is an offer, how to make it irresistible so that people want to buy it. How many of you guys don't want your offer to sound boring? Well, we're going to talk about I like to talk about how to make them super sexy. So we're going to do some brainstorming with you. If you got an offer, and pull it on out. You can share about your offers inside the chat and the comments and everything. And we're going to just work on some naming and how you could even charge more. Did you know that you could charge 2x, 5x, 10x more than you might be charging right now for the same thing that you have? And you can serve clients at a much higher level. So that's what we're going to cover in this video. I don't know how long we're going to go. We're just going to have fun. At the end, I'll have an opportunity. If you want to, we have a challenge coming up this week. We'll tell you about that. But Jackie, first, let's discuss a long, long time ago when you and I both charged low ticket. So let's talk about this. So this is like a product, a course, a ebook, a thing that one would exchange money for online that's low ticket. So let's talk about that and then we'll share our stories a little bit about how like in our business we're making millions of dollars now, but we didn't know about something called high ticket, which we're going to talk about today. But if you have a low ticket product in the comments, just type like yes. Give me a yes if you're already selling something, maybe under $100, but you want to charge more, but you don't know how. So now, Jackie, when we first got started, let's take us back.
Oh man, girl, like a bad dream. Yeah, and look, guys, we're not here to say low ticket is terrible, has no place, doesn't matter. It's just we've both been there where our core offer is a $47 course. And oh my God,
we millionaires.
We're change the world. This is going to be amazing, right? So a couple of them sell. We tell our partner or whatever, like this is change. Like we're going to change the game here, babe. You can retire. Like it's we're done, right? And then we check in with the people who bought maybe a couple weeks later, like what's going on? How's it going? And they're like, oh yeah, I forgot I haven't opened that yet. Right?
Like
I checked in years later, Eileen, they still hadn't opened it, right? So there's a place for low ticket in a beautiful business model. But if you are struggling to have a sustainable income, which let's be really real here, okay? Eileen and I do real talk. That leads to sustainable sanity, okay? Sustainably low stress levels and the ability to actually get results because your clients now are invested. That blew my mind. But back in the beginning, babe, I mean, remember how hard we worked in Canva to design graphics for ebooks that we were positive for $17. We're going to just
like this Canva design is going to make me a millionaire.
Oh yeah.
But and it's so funny. I just don't know if we did enough math back then. Like
highly optimistic math.
The math on low ticket to really crushing it that's a long runway to success. Why? Because how many $47 things do you need to sell in order to hit six figures? Right?
I don't even know.
I don't even know. Somebody might let us know in the comments how many $47 things must one sell, but that's not kind of the worst part about it. If you've tried to sell something low ticket, if you haven't sold anything yet, like congratulations for being on this training and watching this live video or the replay, because you're going to learn what took Jackie and I years is that the faster way is high ticket. And we'll talk about why and how easy that is. It's so actually like 100 million times easier to sell high ticket than it is to sell low ticket. But if you have something low ticket, if you're going to do advertising or I don't know, have any profit at all, the margins are it's very hard to gain profit if you're going to do marketing or ads or copy or anything like that. You kind of have to be a ninja.
Yeah.
I think, Jackie, something that, so for those of you who don't know, 3.5 years ago, my husband was Uber driving to support our family, and Jackie knew me then. And in that season, so like we were have any of you ever been on the struggle bus? Like I'm talking, the bus has like you're not even
no
any
air conditioning
miles from like a town. And like we were in credit card debt. We were living in a 2-bedroom apartment with 3 little kids, about to turn 40, wondering like, how did I get here? Like how did I get here?
Yeah.
And in that time, Jackie taught me some things about, one thing in specific was just hearing about like you had discovered high ticket offers. Will you talk a little bit about that and what shifted you to go low ticket into high ticket?
Totally. So I was at a point in my business, this was 2018, where I was seeing these recurring themes, right? I was exhausted. My clients were not getting results because they weren't actually showing up to do the work. And therefore the business was not sustainable, right? I knew I had an amazing ability to change lives. My marketing was great. All of these things were in play, but the actual structure of the business was not sustainable. And I had no idea why, until I actually discovered the first high ticket purchase I made into a coaching program where I was trained in high ticket sales and this entire concept. And I didn't really realize it was happening. Honestly, Eileen, it was kind of like one of those ninja things where they're doing it to you and you don't know that and then you're like, this makes total sense. But what they were offering was a limited period of time of support around a killer system that was going to transform my business model and a very high ticket investment, right? Like it was the biggest amount of money I'd ever spent. And I knew that as a customer, stepping into that environment was going to guarantee me results because I had so much skin in the game, right? Buying somebody's, $1,997 Facebook ad course. Like I didn't do it. I didn't, but when I had limited time, hands-on support, and the kind of price tag that made me show up even when I didn't feel like it, I transformed my business. Then I realized in that, as they were working my business, that's how it works. Like that's the psychology of human transformation, is having someone make a decision with the amount of investment in every sense that they will show up even in the morning when they don't feel like getting out of bed, even when they drop the kids off and they could get a Target, but instead they're getting it on this coaching call, right? It's that kind of investment that keeps you in the game, that you had the minute of motivation to sign up for. Now it's going to continue. And that's how I realized high ticket is what actually changes lives, because high ticket creates that decision process that leads people to do things differently than they used to, because this time they're invested.
So good. Oh my gosh. Was that fire? There's some fire in the comments. It's like you're building belief, right? That high ticket just provides just so much joy and life change ultimately for your clients. So this is like what I started when you started teaching that to me. I was like, oh my gosh, so we're actually like doing a disservice to our clients.
Precisely.
By low ticket, because we're enabling them not to go open the email, not to go do the homework. Don't come to the coaching calls because I did not charge you enough money, right? Yes. And so I was like, oh my gosh, so love is actually doing more what the scripture says, which is where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Right? We're helping to invite people's heart because it's going to follow their treasure, right?
Yep.
So so cool. So Jackie, and then what happened? Then you I remember. So Jackie, she starts hypnotizing me. I'm like, oh my god, Jackie, this seems banana pants.
It was incredible. Right? Because all of these people who found me on the internet, who I didn't know, who didn't know me, were investing at this level. and they were getting these results, right? And you know, as a business owner, as a coach, you're like, of course, we absolutely expected that, right? But in time, I'm like, what? You did what? And then what? Like, it was mind blowing that this was happening for so many people in the program so quickly. I mean, I was trying to not act that surprised, right? But that was when I thought, oh my gosh, this is what everyone who's out there trying to do good things in the world, feeling embarrassed or ashamed or maybe actually shamed for charging money for transforming people's lives,
Right.
is avoiding, shying away from, being told not to do, not having the courage to do. So they do the sliding scale rates all the way down to 25 or something.
Right.
And then no one wins. So I was like, this is the secret sauce. This is the piece that actually allows people to change. And so when that happened, of course, my business also finally had the kind of margins where I could be like, Eileen, let's go to this conference that you've never heard of. Don't worry, I'll buy your ticket and let's get breakfast and we'll get our nails done, right? Like, it creates a buffer for you to actually be able to exhale in this dream that you've been building. And even when people start to, you know, expand their business, there can still be so much hustle and grind, as I know you know, Eileen. Like, high ticket is like, it's almost like if anything's going wrong in your business, check in on where high ticket is. Like, do you have is it working? That's where so much power lives, in creating testimonials for your clients and loving your life again.
Man, Jackie is just dropping it.
I'm a little passionate about this. It changed my life and so many others.
Yeah, so Jackie's like, Eileen, I made all this money. I'm like, how did you make? I thought the amount of money Jackie had made, like tens of thousands of dollars, you know, very quickly. And I was like, what kind of crazy ninja, like, what's happening over there? So Jackie, like, I'm staying in the hotel room with Jackie at this conference. Jackie just teaches me all about high ticket offers. And at the conference, they started talking about high ticket offers. And we just went all in. If you've ever gone all in on something, somebody type all in on the comments. You know what I'm talking about? Like, maybe it was your movement, or maybe you like got really excited, you bought something and went all in. Jackie and I like went all in on high ticket offers. And what happened next is going to surprise you, but no one was more surprised than myself. In fact, I learned how to talk about how to create the offer, how to talk about the offer in a way that did not sound salesy or sleazy. Where like people wanted to actually buy it. Have you ever heard someone talk about something and you were like, I really want that? Like 100% would like that. You know what I mean? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? And if there's like a countdown clock, forget it. I'm just like, I'm throwing stuff, getting my credit card. So I learned how to talk about it in a way that didn't sound pushy or needy. And when you learn to speak like this about your offer, people really like get excited. Like, I've heard Jackie talk about her offer and I'm like, holy banana, this sound like this so good.
Yeah.
So you get out of the way, and then all this, what's called buyer's momentum, happens inside the clients, happens inside the audience, and they just run towards the offer. In fact, I've been in situations where I've made an offer and some people even hurt other people so that they could get the offer. So how many of you guys want to talk about that? We'll dive a little bit deeper into that. If you want to talk about that, so like, let's go in the comments. If you want to learn, because you don't have a sales problem, you have a communication problem. And I can almost guarantee this is your mistake that you're making, that you're talking about what's inside of the offer rather than the results of the offer. So you type results in the comments if you know that you need to paint a bright, beautiful future for your client when you talk about their offer. The more that you get them excited about the future and the results that are going to happen, oh
my gosh.
It's so fun, isn't it, Jackie? I mean, I know you.
And, you know, one of the things that I think is really important for people who may be beginners here to recognize, you and Eileen, when we were just like trolling the internet, it's like, oh, these people are selling things on the internet and like, this is amazing. This is so cool, right?
Yeah.
You may see their low ticket offers only. And you may say, Eileen and Jackie, this person's making multiple millions and they've got a $17 book. Like,
very good.
Like over there, it's working, right? Trust us, my friends. We've been in the masterminds, in the back rooms. I guarantee, unless this person is about to run out of money, they have a high ticket offer. on what is called the back end, right? Hiding behind that upfront offering. So what that allows you to do is, as you're actually starting to scale your business, right? Now you're going to the conferences, sitting by the pool, drinking your coffees, exhaling because you finally have a life again. You get to think, what would be a really cool way to introduce new people on the internet to me? Like for something cool, and you try something out. Maybe it doesn't work, doesn't bring any money. That's okay, because you've got a high ticket offer in the back end. Try something else. So I just want you guys to know that if you're seeing people doing something, maybe it's even free, and you're like, how do they have that house if their offer is free? There's a high ticket in the back end that is driving the majority of revenue in their business, guaranteed.
Jackie's like, just this house fire. And I'm just gonna draw this quick picture. A lot of times, like this is called a value ladder, and we're taught to like, start low ticket.
Yeah. Oh,
start low ticket, then have something a little bit higher, maybe 997, and then maybe once you become like super famous pants, and you're the smartest person in the world, and you have a huge audience, then you can layer in high ticket, right? So we're just here to tell you, like, you 100% don't do that. Like. So the smart way is how Elon Musk built Tesla, is like you make the most expensive thing first. And I'd love to talk about in just a minute, what is the coolest thing that I think you could offer those of you watching live and watching the replay, something that's we've been testing, like we've tested this like crazy pants, like the #1 best selling high ticket offer is what I'm going to, like how to deliver that offer, how to scale that offer, what's inside that offer. I'll talk about that in just a second. But if you start there, like, let's say you just sell 10 at 10K. Who are my like mathematicians in the house? Like
that's math I can do.
Yeah, I know. Like, that's $100,000 for those of you paying attention, right? That's a 6-figure day. Now, Jackie, what's so banana pants about this is it doesn't take a long time to learn how to do that. So why not go for a 6-figure day? If you would like a 6-figure day watching this live video or watching the replay, just be like a hashtag sounds good. Like when I learned from you, I learned at this event, this high ticket offer, how to say it the very first time, like just pattern interrupt. Like the very first time I did it, we did a 6-figure day. In fact, my husband was Uber driving the night before.
Wow.
And then I came home and I was like, babe, I just made 6 figures today. And he looked at me like I was the hottest woman on planet Earth.
Oh, yeah.
I thought he liked me before, like he loved me in his heart, but he looked at me like, come on, you know what I'm saying? Like he was like, let's go. So 10 at 10K. 10 at 10K. Now I know you're like, oh, there's some questions there. I'm with you. But like just the realization of how, like what Jackie's saying, like how much I remember the sense of peace, Jackie, that came from my heart when that happened.
Yeah.
Because that stress and that overwhelm,
I know,
is so like suffocating when you're struggling and you don't see a path. That's almost the worst part, because you're like, I'm doing all this hustle, I'm doing all this grind, but I just don't see a path. Like I don't see a path.
Any paths. Yeah. It's, and I know we're going to talk a lot over this whole training too about just the pieces that hold people back. But that right there is 100% one of them. And I was just telling you before we hopped on that I did this motorcycle course over this past weekend. I know only a few people know. Now everyone knows. They're probably like, why? You're going to die, right?
Like learning how to ride a motorcycle?
Actually learning how to ride a motorcycle.
Okay.
All by myself. I know. It was really cool.
Oh, cool.
But so interestingly, okay, the vast majority apparently of motorcycle crashes come from someone not knowing how to turn. Okay, cool. So the #1 way to successfully execute a turn, and this was not only game changing, it was difficult to train our brains to do. That's what the trainers kept saying. You have to train your brain to not do what's normal.
Okay.
You want to look at the next tiny little step that's in front of you as you're turning, but you're going to slow down, you're going to tip over, you're going to lose your stability. You want to be looking at where you want to go the whole time.
Ooh.
Okay. So this is for my beginners again. Okay. Because I have a heart for you guys. if you're thinking, well, I don't know. I mean, I just started, or I kind of think I might want to do an online business. I've always wanted to be a coach or write a book or whatever, but I mean,
Mm,
6-figure days, I'll get there. You know what I mean? I'm going to go over here and learn from someone who's going to teach me to hit my first 5-figure month.
yeah.
No hate, no shame. But is that where you want to end up? And are you looking at the place you really want to go? Because I can tell you from the years that I wasted trying to do some next step project that made sense versus saying, okay, what is my ultimate desired outcome? Where do I want to be? I'm
So
going to focus on that now. And that's going to make the whole trajectory faster and smoother. I cannot tell you. Right. So when they said that in class, I was like, this is the game of life. This is the game of life. Look at where you actually want to go instead of not what seems to make sense that's in front of you that you're used to.
that is fine. That's it. Was that, guys? Let's drop some appreciation for Jackie there in the comments. That was, if I could get some like fire emojis fast enough, I would. That was fire.
Cycle emojis, that works too.
Yeah. So look about like so if you're and if you've already at $1 million or you're multi-million, like then like I'm layering in another high ticket offer. Like we're frequently installing 100K offers, 200K offer north of that inside people's businesses because why? The offer you don't make, like no one can take, right? So this is how you can quickly scale. How many like it, just how many just love it? I just love to go quicker. You know what I mean? Like I don't like slow. So the offer you don't make, no one can take. So why not put your sights there, right? Like you're saying.
Totally. Where do you want to go? Again, that's right. Even if you've already got an established business, I'm just guessing you don't want to build your revenue while building your stress, right? So again, think of like, where do you actually truly want to go? The ideal destination. And let's just go straight there.
Oh,
let's go straight there. Save time, pick up speed.
Yeah.
The ride's better. Trust.
Let's go. 100%. So this is so good. And we're just going to dive a little bit deeper and let's work on your offers. If you guys have an offer, that you want to share with the world and get some feedback on, drop it in the comments. I'm all like go, like I want to support those of you watching, those of you following us. Like the more offers that you make, the more you make your offers better, the more money you're going to make, the more freedom you're going to have, the more peace you're going to have. Your husband, your wife's going to look at you like you always wanted them to look at you. Okay. So let's go. For those of you, there are actually hundreds of people joining us in a challenge that's coming up this week. And if you would like to grab a ticket, I'll have somebody drop a link down below or it's in my profile. We're going to be diving deeper into offers and then how to sell that offer. There's a strategy we're going to reveal in the challenge that you only have to sell one day a month. So it's a 6-figure month system where you're only selling one day a month. Ask me how I know. I'll tell you, I've been gone for a month. So like this will enable you to be able to just have a ton of free time in your business. So we'll talk about that in just a second, but I'll drop a link somewhere. It's for some crazy, ridiculous price. You can check it out. Okay. So let's talk about 10K offers, your 10K offer. That's 6-figure month, 6-figure day. If your sights we're going to turn the corner. Like if we're going to put our mind there, you need to know a couple, like 3 quick things about what makes an offer super sexy. And this is fun for those of you who already have a 10K offer. Think about your 100K offer. Think about a new offer that you may have just not packaged up in this way that I'm going to tell you, but think about layering in something just more expensive. One of the top tips I'm going to tell you is that high ticket buyers want it to be expensive. Okay. So the very top tip is they want it to be expensive. Why did high ticket buyers, I'm going to talk about that. Why do they want it to be expensive? Because when it's expensive, oh, Jackie, I love you talking about this too. When it's expensive, it signals to the client and the buyer, that person knows what they're doing.
Oh, the price.
The price speaks. That's what it is. The price has a voice. The price is it's announcing to the world your value.
Yes.
Okay. So the price in and of itself is marinating how awesome you are, what a ninja you are, your competency, your depth of results, that you're the best and the best. Imagine if you needed to go get, heart surgery. Or do people still get their LASIK? I was actually wondering that the other day. I was like, I used to hear
No.
about that a few years ago, but I haven't heard of it. I haven't seen
Right.
laser beam. So if you went, I mean, just think about any type of health service, right? And you're talking to the doctor and say the doctor's like, yes, I will 100% do heart surgery on you for the low price of $19.97. You know what I'm saying? You would like red flags would be flying in your heart, right? Because you would be like, I do not trust this person at all. I mean, it's for me, right? I mean, yeah. So Jackie, will you share a little bit about that? Like why high ticket buyers love to buy things that are expensive? What does expensive mean to the client?
Well, there's absolutely truth in the fact that it's part of your marketing and branding, right? If you are walking down the streets of New York, and I'm a big fan of YSL, Yves Saint Laurent, the French.
Yes.
Okay, if you see the store on one side, yes, beautiful,
yeah,
gold handles, yes, and then you see someone selling a bag that looks pretty similar on a towel laid out on the ground on the sidewalk next to you, right? You know what's what based on the price. Maybe you don't know how to check for the numbers. You know, you're assuming the value, and therefore part of the branding itself is in the price, right?
Good.
But it also, okay, and let's just, again, we're being real here. This is how human beings work.
Right.
There's something in the buyer themselves that loves to know that they are the person who bought the high price thing, right? How many of you have just like, you just want VIP on your forehead? So when you walk in the room, people know, like, just acknowledge people, right?
You're aware.
Just know this is what has arrived right now. Yes. So there are people who, yes, we'll get into some of the other reasons in a minute. You know, they understand there's more investment, more speed, et cetera, but they know your value, and that reflects to them their value. And they love knowing that they went all in on themselves, that they're already playing at that level. So the marketing and branding side of the price itself is huge.
Oh, so good, Jackie. So good. So buyers love it. I'm loving the comments too, Allie and Katie and Allison in the comments. We love it, and so we love it when it's expensive. It feels good to buy expensive things. Yeah. Right. Cars. Like, you feel like it's like a whole thing. So it leads to the next tip is that high ticket buyers love it if there's an experience.
Yes.
There's an experience in the buying, not only in the buying transaction, but in what I'm getting, if there's an actual experience. So this is what I wanted to share for those of you who want a 10K or a 100K offer. Designing an experience is something high ticket buyers will always, and it's happened for thousands of years. They will always buy because they simply enjoy having luxurious experiences.
Totally.
Right?
Absolutely. And also, you know, we talked about kind of the silly side of like, have you guys seen that meme on Instagram where I think the audio says something like, "Are you free tomorrow?" And she goes, "No, I'm expensive every day." Right? It's an identity thing. But there's also, when you get to the level of people who are thinking that way, there's an awareness that, okay, like if there's an experience involved and I'm putting an investment of you know, serious kind on the table, I know that is going to create accountability for me. I'm going to be physically there with the person who's doing the thing for me. And I'm going to care enough to make sure I show up, that I'm, you know, rested, paying attention. Just the nature of a high ticket, especially when there's an experience based element, is going to create the accountability that if someone's been like alive, right? How many of you have signed up for a gym, never went, started a diet, made it 2 weeks, right? Knowing that we're in this game now. When you start to go through life and you say, how am I going to get myself the results that I haven't been able to get before? Probably by doing something different and increasing accountability. And that's what high ticket and experience is.
Yes. I mean, I just actually came from one of these experiences, a mastermind experience, and the immersion that happens inside of an experience that you could layer into one of your offers. Like, think about, where would you love to take a group of people? That's what the owner and Mike, I love Russell Brunson. He's like, where would he always wanted to take people to this specific place, kind of like a huge, almost like Airbnb compound with water slides inside. It's so cool. But think about, like, wouldn't it be cool if you took a bunch of people to some crazy cool place that you really, really love, and you're all there and you're just working on whatever, relationships or mindset or your bodies or working on businesses, all that stuff. Like, wouldn't that be just like a dream? That feel like a dream.
Yeah.
And that's high ticket buyers love to buy these dreams.
Yes.
So an experience will always translate in the mind of your clients that it makes sense. It makes sense to spend this much money because I'm going to this really cool place or curating this crazy cool thing. Like, we were waking up early and doing like biohacking, which basically meant like lots of intense breathing and ice baths, So we were like, yes, I'm so glad I spent so much money on this. Like, so fun. So experiences. And in the challenge this week, I'm going to talk about different kinds of what you can teach inside of that experience in order to increase the value even more to them, so they walk away going, wow, that was whatever I paid, this was worth so much more than that. Okay, so we're going to dive deep in the challenge on your offers. Okay, expensive experience. The next thing that they love it when it's exclusive. They love it. They love it. Exclusivity, meaning they don't want it to be for everybody. They want it to be for like a smaller or more intimate type or group of people. Does that make sense? Jackie, do you have any share on that? Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So you know this, Eileen, but I take women to Paris, right? And I've got a trip this October. And because it's just a small group, the things that I'm able to curate for them, like, and here's the cool thing, they don't even know, right? They just know we're getting, intimate time with Jackie. We're going to be in France. We're going to be in Paris, and it's going to be awesome. I don't even have to lay out. If you guys are used to low ticket kind of stuff where you're on page 7, you're going to get, these 3 bullet points, right? They just know the value of the exclusivity, the small group of people, the experiences that are going to be possible because of that kind of intimacy.
So good.
Just the value of the location, right? All I have to say is Paris. The women are like, I'm coming. And I'm like, I didn't even tell you what we're going to do. And they're like, we don't care.
Makes sense. Yeah, you're like, this makes sense. So your 10K or your 100K, have an experience, an international experience that will just make sense to the mind of the buyer. And it will be really the best way to deliver your high ticket offer. So that's so cool. So make it expensive, make it have an experience, and make it exclusive. Oh,
it sounds good talking about it.
Now I'm thinking of more offers I want to make. So, so I'm going to make you an offer for those of you watching live and watching the replay. This week, we have an exclusive experience for you to create your high ticket offer and learn how to sell that offer using something called the $1 Million Masterclass. This is how I hit my first million, and this is how I'm able to help all my clients hit their first million, is through the system you're going to learn inside of the challenge. If you would like to have a lot more time and a lot less hustle and a lot more of a quality experience serving your clients, this is the best life possible of everyone that I know. This is it. It's high ticket offers, and it's selling 1 day a month. So you can have the life of your dreams. Fast forward, if you heard that my husband was Uber driving three years ago. Like, we're doing everything that we thought was possible in life, but we were too scared to like actually believe. Like, now this is our everyday life. And I want that to be your story. So a lot of times people charge a lot of money for this type of information you're going to get. You have to like fly somewhere or have a big conference room and get hotels, but because you don't have to do anything, the whole thing is virtual. So the ticket is low, very affordable. I'm going to put a link, or someone's going to put a link here inside the challenge. I'm really pumped about this. We're going to have time, because it's exclusive, in a VIP room where we're going to be able to work on your offers, work on how you're going to sell it, how you're going to like attract high ticket buyers. We're going to show you all that stuff. I needed to let you know I have figured this out. I haven't figured out a lot of things in life, but this I've 100% figured out. Yeah. Like, they test the amount of people that this works on clockwork, repeatable 6-figure months is astounding. So I want that to be you, and I want to build it with you together this week. Sometimes I sell VIP days right now for $250,000. I know that sounds crazy, and I'm not selling that at all right now. I just want to let you know the VIP room is going to be this is going to be fire for your business, and I'm excited to serve you. So I'm going to put a link somewhere down below, or you can check my profile, all that. You're going to learn from Jackie too. She's going to be there this week teaching her stuff, and it's just going to be really valuable. It'll be over lunchtime, 1 or 2 hours, depending on if you're in VIP with us. And yeah, Monday through Friday. We get started tomorrow. Let's go. Let's go. Jackie, any last words or any last encouragement for people?
Yeah, you guys, what Eileen is saying is so real, right? Like I kind of helped her figure out high ticket sales, got her started, right? And then things shifted in my world, right? Things changed a little bit. And so when I lifted my head up after that, I was like, where's Eileen? Right?
Where's Eileen?
I know that Eileen is killer with time and income and impact ROI. Right. So whatever she's doing is not wasting time. It's probably making great money. And I know because of her integrity, she's making a difference. Right. And she had improved the things that I had taught her, taken it to a whole nother level. And so I've been able to now rebuild my business faster, better. I don't want to say with no work, because I feel like that sounds like a promise that I shouldn't say, but like with so much less.
Yeah.
I'm astounded. So to say that this system is incredibly legit, and it's not like we're painting fantasies. It's based on very core principles of human psychology, sales, actually getting results, decisions, desire, etc. that you're going to learn. And if I can encourage you to get in the VIP room, because yes, learning the concepts is game changing, but when we can tailor it to what you're already doing, what you're already thinking, the niches you're deciding between, your next 100K offer, please let us do that for you for this kind of investment. It can set you on the trajectory that's actually going to work, right? We're putting your eyes on where you want to go, not on the things that seem confusing. So we're going to see you in the VIP room. Let's go. Let's blow up your business while you love your life, because that's how we roll.
That's some outro music. Well, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Thanks for investing in you and investing in your business. It's going to affect your family. It's going to affect your legacy. It's going to affect all the lives of your clients. So well done. And I look forward to seeing you guys all tomorrow. It's at the VIP.
See you guys. Bye.